Thought that today we did some good things at times. Felt like offense moved the ball better at times. Uh, Defensively, the first half we really struggled, gave up a lot of big plays, and really just let them score way too many points in the first half. And then, we kind of traded in the second half. The offense really couldn't get going. The second quarter, the offense, started to struggle a little bit more. And, I just felt at times we didn't play as inspired as what we could have and should have. We didn't play with as much enthusiasm as what we could have and should have. Our week of practice probably exemplified the way that we played. It was obviously a tough loss coming off from North Alabama, but I think it probably lingered just a little bit too much with our guys, and we set the bar high in our preparation that week, and we just didn't quite match that this week, and I think it showed today. I felt like we could have really played with this team, and I thought we did a lot of really good things, and in the beginning I thought we were right in the game and where we wanted to be. Considering that we gave up the pick six in the beginning, but we got to be able to really step up in our character and our personality of our group here, and be able to really understand that there's 4 games left, and we've got to be able to continue to play inspired football and find really a mentality and a personality and some leadership on our team that can step up and really continue to keep the ship going in the right direction. With that, I'll open up to any questions.
We talked this week about the quarterback battle. Any clear-cut front runner right now?
Well, I thought Seth came in and did a lot of really good things. So I think we'll go and look at the film and check and see what both those guys did on film, and sometimes stats can be deceiving, and so you want to just make sure that both of them are really on board with what the checks were, what the adjustments were, and what some of the things that they were looking at downfield were. So I'd say, as of right now, I don't know what the clear cut between those two guys are, but I thought both of them did some really good things today, and obviously both of them needed to be better at some things also.
Kind of off of that, what went into the decision making for when you switched between them?
Well, I think Reggie just seemed kind of a little bit rattled early on, and he just kind of had a little bit of a look in his eye. And so we had planned on potentially having packages for Seth to come in, but we decided to go with Seth a little bit earlier, and then he found a little bit of a groove there. So you just try to ride the wave as much as you can when you got a guy who's kind of going and playing well, and really that goes that probably rings true for all positions. If I got a linebacker that's playing well and he's the backup, then I'm gonna just keep him in. So it's kind of the same type of deal there, but just trying to find the right rhythm with both of those guys, and wasn't sure with Seth's first game back this week as to how he was going to respond. I thought he responded pretty well.
As far as when he did come in, him and BJ seem to really have a good rapport. Is that something you've seen within practice? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I think, ever since last spring and all through the summer, they've worked together, and so they've been able to throw and catch a lot of balls together.
You looked at the first half, you had a couple drives that started near midfield. You were able to punch it in for a touchdown. Second half, not so much. I know at least 3 or 4 drives starting midfield off of punts that just stalled. What was the difference? Was it their adjustment and your failure to adjust with them?
Yeah, I don't know that we did a very good job of controlling some of the things that we needed to control. We had penalties, we had snaps that were hitting the ground. A couple times we just put ourselves in really long field position where it wasn't even part of the football play. It was, the things that just really beat yourselves. And so we got to stay away from that stuff. It was, undisciplined on our part, and we didn't do some of those things that we could have controlled. We need to do those better.
Special teams, you had a clear advantage today.
Yeah.
The kick return.
Yeah.
That played an advantage and gave you some momentum a little bit today.
Absolutely. I thought LJ did a fantastic job in the return game, and I thought Doss really punted the ball well, and we were starting at the 50-yard line on at least 2, 3, 4 of those drives, and it felt really good. We got to be able to capitalize, and we got to be able to at least come out of it and get 3 points or something, and we got to be able to move the ball more consistently. So I thought Special Forces was really good today.
You hit on this a little bit, but LJ obviously brings a lot to the table in special teams. But as a whole, can you talk about, sort of what he brings to the table for the team?
Yeah, well, he's a captain of ours, and he was a clear-cut captain. I mean, there was a lot of guys on this team that really voted for him and really look up to him. And, you know, he's kind of had a little bit of a funk this season in the past couple weeks, but, you know, that's just kind of a confidence thing, and I think he's getting it back. He had a really good week of practice, and he came up with a pick today. He's got the ability. He's got all the tools to do it. If he can just keep his focus and stay mentally tuned in and concentrating on just his man or his keys and his responsibility, he's great because obviously you see him returning the ball. He's a very good weapon for us.
You guys did a real good job on defense, kind of containing the running backs, but when the quarterback ran it, y'all had more of a tougher time. He kind of got off on you a little bit. Just reasons why that might have been.
Yeah, you know, we went in with a similar game plan as to last week because of North Alabama's running quarterback situation, and we felt like we had a good game plan with that. I don't think that we reacted and read our keys as quickly as what we needed to, and for whatever reason, I think guys just kind of got their eyes to play tricks on them a little bit, and they started chasing, you know, guys that were going in motion and, you know, drawing them outside the core when they should have been kind of staying inside there and, you know, rallying to the quarterback there. We knew that was coming, and we didn't play it very well today at all. I agree with you.
You two really started clicking pretty immediately. I think it was that first drive when he came in. You had 3 or 4 catches on that one drive that went for the touchdown. Just what kind of report did y'all have during that drive or in the week coming to it?
This week, you know, Seth was coming from his concussion, and it's just all summer we had the chemistry, and, you know, he came back. It was just picked up from where we lost.
How tough is it for you to adjust to having 2 quarterbacks in there and trying to adjust to 2 different playing styles of quarterbacks?
Pennard and Owen are both kind of the same player. Seth's left-handed, and Reggie's right. Other than that, that's the only difference. I mean, they both can do the same throws, make the same plays.
Basically, I mean, the offense in the second half sort of struggled. I mean, y'all had times in the first half y'all were able to capitalize on goal, starting at midfield. Second half, not so much. Just what was the difference, and what's your overall impression of the offense?
When we get opportunities, we need to finish. Second half, we didn't finish plays. The defense held them. I don't think they scored in the second half. I'm not sure if they did or not, but we just need to step up and we need to finish. We get in good position. We just need to finish. That's all.
You were really kind of the main target today for both quarterbacks. I mean, 11 catches and 100 yards. I mean, do you like to embrace that role of being kind of the top receiver on the day? Is that something that you look to embrace when it starts happening for you?
Kind of this year, you know, me and Rich and a lot of other seniors, you know, well, I'm not a senior, but that leadership role that I've stepped into, when they call your play, you just got to make it. I mean, we're all out there fighting, and it could come to anybody. So it just happened to have 11 catches today.
I know the offense didn't go so well as a whole today, all things considered, but the fact in the first half that you were able to put together a couple drives, get a little momentum, is that encouraging at all? Is that something y'all can kind of build on a little bit?
Definitely. Each week we need to get better, and we can build on that coming into the next game. So we just go back and look at film and see what we did right, see what we did wrong, correct it, get ready for the next game.